So, as you heard in the main introduction, I'm JP with the Walt Disney Company, Manager of Supplier Diversity. We are a small but mighty team. There's about 6 of us that support the entire organization. My primary responsibility is supporting our studios, and that's Marvel, Pixar, and LucasArts. So on the feature film side. And then on the TV side, I support Freeform, Disney Plus, ABC Television. And then my other stakeholders are actually on WDI, on the creative side. So a lot of creative work, working with artists, concept artists. So with that, I have a lot of commodities that they're looking for. And so when people think of Disney, I don't want to think of just like animation and animators. It's so much larger than that. Professional services for our facilities, print, you name it. So with certification, as you knew or know that I mentioned, we do accept certification through NMSDC, and also WeBank, which is for women-owned businesses, Supplier Clearinghouse, or CPUC, and then we will also accept certification through the state or local city or county. We just don't accept self-certification. And the reason for that is to keep the integrity of our supplier diversity program. What we're reporting out at the end of the year in terms of diverse spend, we want to make sure it's accurate and truthful. And so these organizations that do the certification will validate that on behalf of the Walt Disney Company and other major companies. So it is becoming a driving force, not only with Disney, but also Universal. Any Fortune 500 company is looking for that or encourages it. We will still work with companies that aren't certified. If they're diverse and they have the talent and they can bring value, then definitely we give them a seat at the table. But we do, encourage certification. And the reason for that is there's on top of the keeping the integrity of the program, it offers a lot of opportunities that I think businesses wouldn't typically have. Just with the year or so I've been on the supplier diversity team, I've been able to join and participate in several networking events with NMSDC, as well as WeBank. And with those, the matchmaking events, I think, are the most beneficial, where you can get one-on-one time with anybody that you're interested in talking with, someone from Disney or someone maybe that's more in your area that you'd want to work with, and get the 20 minutes one-on-one time with them. So that's like one big benefit, I think, alone, that I've seen companies actually get in with Disney and actually make that connection and get work. So I wanted to also, I'm going to share in the chat my email address, where I encourage everyone to reach out to me regarding your business. I'm very open. You can send me your company information, what you guys do, your statement of capabilities, and if I can find some alignment somewhere within our company, which is such a huge company, there's got to be opportunity. I will forward that information and try to make that connection with the stakeholders to get open an opportunity for you guys. We encourage it. We will work with companies even if they aren't certified, especially if they have the talent and will. But it is something that we encourage, and that we do hope people do. I know it's a business decision, something you have to, look at just like anything else, and whether you're going to get your ROI on that. But as more and more companies, are turning to these third-party organizations for certification, I think it's going to become more important. And they do that because at the end of the year, when we're doing our reportings, we want to be as accurate as possible, and we don't want individuals who maybe aren't minority owned or aren't women owned claiming that they are, and then we're, in turn saying, yeah, and counting that spend towards the company. So we try to keep it honest, and that's why these organizations that we do accept certification through, they do site visits as part of their certification process. Supplier diversity portal. And that's where companies can register their company to Disney and saying, hey, I'm a diverse company. This is what I do. And this will make your company accessible and searchable to others within our company as well. And let me also include in here, you might have visited it before, but this is our main supplier diversity website. It's supplierdiversity.disney.com. And it basically gives you an overview of where we stand in terms of supplier diversity, what we look for is in terms of certification. And then it also will refer you to the supplier diversity portal where you can register your company. It's exciting times, especially since last year with Bob Chapek getting on board with supplier diversity and making that a focus. I think it's lit a fire under a lot of executives and has been driving this, let's focus on this. So I think as we start gaining and building momentum, that getting certified will be definitely a benefit to when we start looking outward and trying to bring on new vendors. So yeah, I think I just gotta notice that I think we're gonna be leaving.
Welcome back. And oh, hey, look. So in your chat, there's a doc that we kind of put together. As you know, some of the links may change from time to time. But page 7 is the meat of it. If you click onto it, you can take a look at it. And Samantha, thank you for putting your email in there as well. So if you need to have a contact at Honda, you can have that. But the doc, I just want a quick little explanation about that. Page 7 is all the different minority certification people talked about, some of the acronyms. We put some dollar amounts in there or something, and some cost money, some is less. Ed, what he talked about earlier about the supplier clearinghouse, the utility actually pays for that certification. It's a little bit of process, but we just want to make sure you're you. So that's why they do it. Anyway, so there's pros and cons about it. We'll talk more about that. Also, as a member of the ABA, next in a month from now, and Marlene, is Marlene still on? Hi, Marlene. Is she on? She may not be on, but anyways, the SCMSDC will actually go through the certification itself. If you are interested, it's not on the website yet because we'll put it on soon, and you can sign up for that. We'll actually walk you through that particular one because we know that's a little bit it's a little bit longer to get through. But I wanted to conclude by saying a couple of things. Really want to thank all our speakers for taking the time to kind of join us and share their wisdom and their contact with us. But do remember, there's a lot of infrastructure work that's going to be coming down in Southern California, right? There is, but all kind of head towards the Olympic that's coming in 2028. LA City and County has two different, and maybe I'll put it in, I don't know if I can, we'll send an email to you, but there's something called the One LA out of the LA Chamber. There's something called RAMP, which is a revamp of the Business Alliance, BAVN, LA BAVN. And again, I will send you a link. It's basically a business assistant virtual network. This is how the city and the county procure businesses as well. So we want to let you know about that. And of course, our parting thought is the certification. If you have any questions between now and then, feel free just to kind of contact us. We'll follow up with the link to the registration of the workshop. And that's all I have. Bianca, am I missing anything else? No, we're good. If our Women Pioneer Symposium, you hear it now, I think we only have 2 tables left, but individual tickets are still good. That's happening in May. We're going back live again with everything, and it's very exciting to see people for real. We feel like sometimes this format is also good because you can really hear it. Everybody, you can kind of pay more attention in terms of the things we're trying to get across. But really want to thank you for your time. We'll probably do a little bit of virtual things, in-person thing, but if we're doing anything in person, usually we buy drinks, but we'll figure that out. And Roger, thanks for putting the links out there. We have our 9th, that's our women event. Yes, thank you. So hang out. If you want to share some emails, stuff on the chat, feel free to do that. But I really want to thank each and one of you for your time to be here with us today.